Hi to Cancer, thank you so much for tuning in, love and light to here. Oh, I'm like beckoned to like hold your hand. I feel like, I don't know, I'm like having this feeling of like reaching into the camera and like fixing some kind of lens here as well. Whatever that may mean for a number of you, take it as you will. If are you sort of preparing for something? Are you wanting to present something? Are you wanting to also professionalize something? I'm hearing that specifically for a number of you. I'm here to fine tune as well. Now, I'm here coordinating the dress outfit. Cancer, I'm here Capricorn as well, strongly. Let's get on with your reading here. This is your full moon in Taurus reading leading into your new moon in Scorpio reading. And of course, energy is fluid. Keep that in mind, your Cancer. Of course, the energies are also potent around the full moon and potent around the new moon as well. And they may resonate a few days before exactly when they set, when they peak, a few days after as well, right? So for example, the full moon energies are super strong, right? Brimming, the highest point in the moon cycle of energy flow, the peak of energy flow in the moon cycle. And so you may find that around the 24th, when the full moon goes into Taurus, for example, right? The full moon in Taurus will be around the 24th of October. And that has actually already passed, technically around this time that I'm filming this. But right, you may find that the energies of the full moon are alluded to a week prior or a week after. The particular, I'm hearing audience move that's made. Very interesting. It could be something that you presented. Okay, nonetheless. Similarly, right, the new moon in Scorpio, you may find that the energies related to the period of the new moon in Scorpio around the 7th of November trail in a few weeks prior, even a week prior, and a week or a few weeks after. So take it as you will, dear Cancer, love and the light to y'all here. Let's begin here with your reading. Now, I was meditating on your energy before I turned the camera, and I was hearing for you, and I don't want to miss a thing every time I breathe you. Na 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 na, I'm missing you, and I don't want to miss a thing. Whatever that may mean. Whoa, the magician literally like flew out and landed on the citrine crystal with this clear crystal quartz. Whoa, someone is I'm hearing a magician, like a real deal. I'm hearing rock and roll, roulette, winning. I'm hearing cheerleader as well. Someone who may be really a motivator. Like when they talk to people, they make them smile upside down. Like they make them, and I'm seeing it in a way of like, if someone is like hanging upside down and they were like frowning, they like can make them smile and defy the force of gravity that's making them frown, like something of that nature. Like it's almost like that it may be Reiki for a number of you. This may be energy work healing. It may be happening from a remote location, from long distance. I'm seeing here though that someone may be like really very inspiring, and you may actually be dealing with someone, it may be your own energy, absolutely. You've got a lot of Sagittarius in your chart, someone who really also understands what the work is that they do, because they have worked on it on themselves, and that's a space that was somewhat testy to time and to kind of to talk themselves through, and it might have been a really like actually very deep, dense cycle here. I'm hearing also dictation, like of studying, and this person may be like super academic as well, like they are a master of their craft. Don't think that they need to walk home and recite the verse in order to know it. For a number of you, this may be someone who's a professor of theology, or somebody who's, let's say, into spirituality, philosophy as well, strongly. Now, the focus that I'm getting here for you is on what you challenge yourself to holding the chalice up to next. And I'm seeing it as being something that you realize has somewhat of a verbal space to it. I'm hearing a verbiage to it as well, perhaps terminology that you want to, I'm hearing rock the boat with, and it could be something that you are introducing to the public. But I'm getting here for a number of you, Cancer. I was meditating your energy before I turned the camera, and I was hearing for you that there's something that you really, I'm hearing, are like romanticizing. And you've got the 10 of Cups, you've got the 7 of Pentacles in reverse. 10 of Cups is upright. Mother of Wands is manifesting. I'm hearing, even if she's not a mother yet, whatever that may mean in particular for a number of you, I'm seeing that there's something that is being prepared. I'm hearing for presentation. You got the Ace of Wands that's leading into the Temperance card. There's a focus on what your I'm hearing grand total is of this experience. I'm hearing on an emotional scale. You've got the Lovers and the Moon. There could be something that you're not quite sure of though, Cancer, in terms of where things are going. I'm seeing you though, like I'm seeing someone who's like listening to like love songs like on repeat, like someone who's like on the train ride home and they're talking to themselves while they're being talked to by I'm hearing Jada Smith, whatever the meaning of it. I'm hearing also Ja Rule, and I'm hearing on the radio, and it's like I'm hearing, do they love me? I'm hearing, but do they really love me? I'm hearing that specifically. And there might be somewhat of a space of suspicion as well. It's like when they say that they love me, or when they talk to me and they text me and they tell me those cute things, do they go to an after party after and then have like a whole nother conversation? Like I'm seeing you, if you're dealing with an Aquarius, they might be somewhat, I'm hearing surprising. I'm hearing though superficial in the way that they stalk you, in terms of like, they might like almost, they might discuss like certain topics that make you feel somewhat like you're in disguise in the grander scheme of the conversation, where it's like, who am I in the grander scheme of what we're actually talking about together? And you may be dealing with someone who's got a lot of Virgo in the chart, I'm hearing as well. Someone who has a very strong vocabulary. I'm hearing, let's not get it twisted. When they spell twisted wrong, it's actually right. And it's just, I'm hearing a new I'm hearing fashion word as well that they've kind of made up in their mind, whatever that may mean for a number of you, like, but they have an audience here. They got a following, Cancer. This person may actually be famous. I'm hearing that for a number of you. They may be really, their face may be known. They might have certain, I'm hearing future forecasts that people tell by them. They might be a channeler as well. You got the Fool here again coming through, mirroring this Magician. There's a focus on who is actually docking the boat, and it's like, if I like them and they like me, how are we actually having tea together? I'm hearing at the party that we are both presenting, and it's like to each other. I'm hearing with each other, but not really directly for each other. And it's like, I'm seeing there being somewhat of like a space of like flirtation, where it's like, yeah, I'm hearing we change in the same room, we challenge each other to a good game of chess. We compliment each other on our chest bones. I'm hearing collarbones as well. But do we actually pay a visit to the doctor that will write up the note that will tell us that we're meant for each other, whatever that may mean? Remember, I'm seeing it almost like as being something that you want to make official and to confirm like the sensation of. And it's like, am I going crazy? I'm hearing, am I just going gaga for the lady there? I'm hearing, is it just a matter of what she's loving everyone with, the letters and the words of? And I'm hearing also the list of listserv with, and it's like, am I the one who's getting this super special email, or is everyone else getting the same kind of sparkles on their storyboard as I am? Oh, Cancer. And it's somewhat sweet. It's a very sweet energy. I'm seeing that it's like actually something that you feel is a compliment to them and also to you. And it's like, wow, I'm hearing, I'm actually I'm hearing connecting with dots that feel like ones that I would want to play dress up with on my drawer. I'm hearing treasure chest as well, and it's like, I'm seeing it as like, I'm seeing you like almost being like, I like what they bring to the table. The Fool is mirroring the world. I'm hearing they've got a premonition. They want to tell you that they've been talking to their grandmother about you. I'm hearing specifically, and it's like, it may be you wanting to talk to them about their grandmother as well. Like, Cancer, I'm seeing you like going up to them and being like, so I talked to your grandmother and she told me that you're really great. I'm hearing at certain girl moves, and she didn't tell me exactly what that was made out to be. I'm hearing in your younger years, but I'm hearing in the days that are winding down when we are working together on this project. I'm hearing as well at school, I want to tell you that I'm hearing you do it for me just right. And I'm seeing this person like actually really like looking at you, and or you looking at this person and having somewhat of an honest, reflective chat. And I'm seeing it as being related to the Mother of Cups and the Son of Wands. You may be dealing with a fire sign, and my goodness, I'm hearing they're fire-footed as well. They might have a Capricorn in the chart. You got the Son of Pentacles as well, right beneath the Mother of Cups. They are right above here at the Temperance card, who's in reverse, looking back at the Father of Pentacles, who's making and blowing them a wish that doesn't have a bone, that has been, I'm hearing, assigned to any fish. Very interesting. I'm hearing forecast, fishy forecast. It's like this person, if you're dealing with someone who's got a lot of Capricorn in the chart, as well as Aquarius and fire, Sagittarius, they don't just, I'm hearing, make books that don't have binding to them, that they could believe in. I'm hearing the breakdown of, I'm hearing down the line, even mathematically, financially. And it's like this person is really, really careful about what they commit to and how they keep that commitment. And I'm seeing that there's somewhat of a space of challenge in terms of what is actually supported physically. And I'm seeing you like at the end of the day, I know that we complement each other. I'm hearing, I get that. I know that we also technically create things. I know that we communicate on levels, on planes that don't have a curriculum to them. But there's a certain space that I want to know, I'm hearing we're both baking cookies in, that we're gonna serve each other. I'm hearing down the line. It's so cute, Cancer. And I'm seeing it like, again, it's like, I wanna know that, I'm hearing you also want to know what love is. And I'm seeing that there's somewhat of a contemplation of the ozone layer. I'm seeing being related to the world, whatever that may mean for a number of you, like of what actually is I'm hearing the orgasm of this experience for you both. And I'm seeing it as being like metaphorical, but always take it as you will. It can be taken and interpreted a number of ways, but I'm seeing it can go in a number of ways here for a number of you. But the feeling is like, how are we actually operating? I'm hearing maneuvering, I'm hearing the machinery, and I'm seeing it as the Mother of Cups like motion over to the world. It's like, are we going to actually be making, I'm hearing a movie here as well. Are we going to actually be making the motion picture film? And are the acts that we're screenplay writing going to actually be staged and supported by, I'm hearing our fathers, both, whatever that means, in particular for a number of you. And I'm seeing it as being related as well for a number of you to a certain, I'm hearing eventual turn that you would like to take in a certain industry as well. And I'm almost seeing it as like, I'm going to be moving in this way, and I know that people are going to be talking about me, and I know that it might turn a few heads that we all thought were bobbleheads, but that actually do, I'm hearing, believe in, I'm hearing the power of love, and also the bedroom that is put on blast. I'm almost seeing it as like I'm hearing like people who generally don't have an opinion about anything, who like just kind of walk around the room in silence. I'm hearing specifically, I'm seeing it as like perhaps even relatives who don't usually have like an opinion about things, but then like they hear that you're this, and this energy came through for Aries, perhaps as well, yes, Virgo as well came through, and perhaps even Aquarius. I'm seeing it though as like there being like this feeling, and it came through strongly for Aries. And you got the Son of Wands in reverse at the base, your spread. There is this feeling of like, I'm hearing a belief system that is challenged by a certain, I'm hearing corporation of ideologies that you are commemorating by way of what you are connecting. I'm hearing the dynamic dots too, and I'm seeing it as being in a way of like, this is my role. I'm hearing that I did not create, but that I feel I'm hearing rhythmically produced, and I'm hearing manifested as well, whatever that may mean for the number. I'm seeing it as like something that you feel really recognized in. I'm hearing the space of it, and I'm almost seeing it as like, again, like relatives who are in a certain like space, a certain time as well, that tell tales without, I'm hearing stockings on, whatever that may mean for a number of you, that tell tales in ways that feel somewhat tall as well. It's like, where did you get that system of beliefs from? Because I did not, I'm hearing, believe in that when I was being brought up in boarding school, whatever that may mean. I'm thinking like there being somewhat of like a heart-to-heart space that is wearing a hard hat on both sides, that kind of wants to have, I'm hearing, a clear path and road that is paved for it to be moved along. For a number of you, you may be thinking of how to finance a certain space as well, a certain partnership. I'm hearing property as well at the same time. It could be like, where are we going to be? We're going to be like having the baby. I'm hearing, where's the bedroom going to be, and where is the boardroom, I'm hearing, as well, going to be. This can be a financial partnership, a negotiation, absolutely, here for a number of you. There is a focus on what I'm hearing with finality. You are focused on the finalization of, and it's like, I'm seeing that there is somewhat of a decision that you feel pressured to take on. I'm hearing also a dynamic, and you're like, I need to tell everyone that I am Dorothy. I'm hearing, who's on call for the wizard. Even if they look at me and they think that I'm crazy, even if they look at me and they think that I'm I'm hearing a doctor who's not wearing their hat. I'm hearing on right. I'm hearing on straight as well. That's okay, because it's gonna maybe close the door down that didn't really hold the room, I'm hearing, in the space up properly for me to adjust to, and it's gonna open a few doors as well that I know I'm gonna be, I'm hearing, standing tall to encourage others to walk through as well. And I'm seeing you as like wanting to like represent something, or like present something, or have some kind of ideology or image that you feel is not just like imaginative, but is actually truly expressive in the way that you feel and identify with certain, I'm hearing also opportunities. 10 of Pentacles upright, and the world. It's like, if I feel like I want to marry, I'm hearing Mother Mary, even if she makes me feel like I'm marketing this mission, and I'm hearing marriage to my parents, I want to make everyone know that I'm actually moving. I'm hearing back home and in with my grandparents, whatever that may mean to a number, take it as you will, Cancer. There's a focus on how you would like to, I'm hearing, collect, I'm hearing, and conserve your energy. I'm seeing specifically for a certain major role and act that you like to take out. No judgments here at all. Right? Anyway, what it is that, let's say you feel kind of like stirred to start, I'm hearing, production of, and also what it is that you would like to start up as a certain even like I'm seeing like what it is you would like to stimulate. And for a number of you, this might be an ideology that you would like to really promote, and it's like, hi everyone, I'm hearing, this is how we do it, like Ace of Cups and the Ace of Wands coming through. It's like, we are, I'm hearing, we will rock you, with the Three of Cups at the base of the Ace of Wands upright, and the Ace of Cups with the Three of Wands at the base of the Three of Cups. There's a focus on, I'm hearing, who you give the microphone to specifically to have a word in here. And it might be related to how you hold a conversation in a collaborative way, in a communicative way. I'm seeing for a number of this can be related almost to like I'm seeing it as like, for a number of you, like a legal situation. I'm seeing though as well, or a matter. I'm seeing for a number, it's getting kind of chilly. 1 second here, Cancer. Let me just close the window. Huh. The window is closed. All right. Cancer, there could be a focus on what it is that you contemplate, but that you don't create the space for. Like, I'm seeing you like wanting to be really, I'm hearing, honest and forthright, but not like constructive in the way that you feel like I am bulldozing the beliefs in this room to build a building that everybody can believe in. And it's like, hold on a second, I'm hearing, my property is just that which I manage. And that is what I am magnetizing, I'm hearing as well, what I'm focused on manifesting, what it is that I'm also magnifying in my glass. I'm hearing dome of a discussion in terms of what I decide to uphold as the discussion of itself. I'm hearing the dynamic and the decision as well. And it's like, if I want to talk to somebody about something, I'm seeing someone who's like talking in front of a large audience, like, we are actually getting married. I'm hearing specifically for a number of you, like, and in whatever way that may be for you, be it you and yourself in a certain way. I am merging with a certain gift and talent of mine that I had agency for. I'm hearing years ago that I then I'm hearing had the chance to reacquaint myself with. I'm hearing very closely. I'm hearing knitting here, whatever that means for a number of you. But yet again, I'm seeing here, Cancer, that there's a certain version of the I'm seeing it as like the storyline, I mean storyboard that carries itself through, that you realize it's like, I need to just kind of, again, like be responsible for challenging myself only in communicating what makes me feel like I have more room to breathe. And it's like, it's not necessarily for communicating something that's a little bit like, let's say, controversial in the way that cookies are cut and served and believed in as holding some kind of nutritional value, whatever that may mean for a number of you, hearing gluten-free. It's like, this is my game, this is how I play it, and maybe that's theory for some of you, maybe that's practice for others, but I don't get, I'm hearing political with that either, whatever that may mean for, and be it right, you feeling that way or you perceiving that, or let's say someone coming to you and saying that. It's like, I'm getting that there could be a focus on what you eventually want to finance, and I'm hearing a future with, and it could be something that you just kind of want to incorporate into your regimen even. I'm seeing the Six of Pentacles being related to that, as well as the Five of Wands and the Two of Wands. It's like, there could be a direction that you're very interested in, but not necessarily in terms of like, it's like, I love gnomes. I'm hearing gnomes, Gnomes. I love gnomes. I want to now manicure my whole front lawn to have like silhouettes of gnomes and bushes that are carved and shaved to hold the structure and the status of a gnome. Like, I'm hearing specifically, like, is it a matter of how, let's say, you might be contemplating, I'm hearing commenting on certain characters that are suggested in a collaborative space that makes others feel like you've got a judgmental attitude, whatever that may mean for a number of you, take it as you will. It's like, and it could be right, your own energy, it could be the energy of how you may be perceiving someone else in a certain space as well. And I'm seeing that this can actually be incredibly like well taken as well. I'm seeing this as being constructive, not in the way that it's like, if someone has an attitude, everyone like glamorizes their Gucci shoes. Like, no, I'm not seeing it like that. I'm seeing it in the way of like, this person has I'm hearing a get together that they get everyone together at, and that's something that really gets the ball rolling in terms of also what is communicated and what is created. And I'm seeing this as being also a classroom here for a number of you, and it's like, if I am trying to get my point across and trying to get people involved in an interactive way, how is it that we're not shaping the space, let's say, to be only solved by way of using certain solutions or certain paths and mediums that get us to have a constructive, I'm hearing community space. I'm hearing that as well for a number of you, where it's like, we're talking about concepts that actually, I'm hearing glow in the dark, that can be happy to talk about after we also go home and like get changed and dressed and get ready for bed and get ready to do the whole thing all over. It's like, I'm seeing it in a certain way, whatever that may mean for a number of you. It could be taken, perceived in a number of ways, but it's like, I'm seeing you, Cancer, not wanting to have to undress the mannequin up and down and up and down in front of the whole audience in ways that make them feel like they're observing your audition, your act, and your ambition in ways that make them feel like they're alienated in that space, where it's like, oh, I'm hearing the teacher has taught, the teacher has tracked and tested, and we are now just telling her the time. Like, you don't want it to feel like that, as I'm getting it, as you may be feeling it. And I'm seeing it as like telling someone what the time is. It's like there could be this feeling, Cancer, of someone perhaps wanting to, I'm hearing message you. I'm hearing also marry you, take it as you will. I'm seeing it as being related to the Son of Wands, the Five of Wands, the Ten of Cups, and the Six of Pentacles. Like someone who's had their eye on you for a long time as well. I'm hearing Cancer. Somebody who's really, and it could be you who's had your eye on someone. I'm hearing Aquarius as well. Somebody who's been really, I'm hearing curious. Somebody who's been, I'm hearing bi-curious as well, take it as you will, whatever that may mean, trigger for a number of you. Somebody who's been somewhat also like in and out, like I'm seeing it as also like bi-curious as being somewhat, I'm hearing left wing, right wing, like I fly with my left wing sometimes and then I fly with my right wing sometimes. I'm seeing it being related to the Daughter of Swords, like someone who's very still in a space of, let's say, finding the philosophy of how they find their formal attire fitting on like in a professional way, like where they feel like I can actually fly with this on and I can also land and tell all my followers that I am fabulous doing all of that. I'm hearing in the same space. I'm hearing with the same train of thought as well. This can be your own energy, Cancer, but I'm seeing this, I'm hearing Aquarius strongly. This can be associated with a certain space. I'm hearing person, value also, that is somewhat like staged and very strategic, but not in the way that it carries that strategy out. It's like, this is the strategy, but I don't just tell it. It's not just a theory. I actually talk it, I walk it, and I turn it around in the room for everyone to see, to play with, to look at when I am offering them this golden nugget of wisdom. And I'm hearing clarity as well. And this person might be, or this, again, this philosophy might be something that you're kind of choosing I'm hearing the proper choice of word for. You may be waiting to present something. Someone may be waiting to present something to you. Someone may be waiting for an audition. I'm hearing callback as well. With the Mother of Swords in reverse and marrying the Daughter of Swords upright. But the feeling is that we might feel that someone is a little bit childish. I'm hearing specifically in the way that they choose to take chances on. I'm hearing opportunities, and whatever way that meant for you, it's like, do they actually choose them, or do they I'm hearing like do they just kind of like engage in them randomly? Like, did they come to the social event because I was there and I wanted them to and we wanted to see each other, or did they come because they were challenged not to? And it's like, I'm getting like it's like there could be this kind of question of like an air of I'm hearing also arrogance that you feel maybe like, and what does arrogance mean? It can be taken, perceived, term, a number of ways, but like almost like, are they like, do they feel like their horse is actually higher than it is when they're halting? I'm hearing at the bus stop and then breaking down the math problem. Like I'm seeing it as like, even like, let's say a philosophy that you are contemplating, it's like, is this too seismic of a wave that I'm trying to maneuver the space for? Perhaps again, in a way of like, I'm going to be discussing a topic that's a little bit controversial. How is it that I uphold it? Or something that's very serious, or something that, no, I'm not saying it's like serious as like a grave sort of concept, but like in a way of like something that you feel is really I'm hearing like powerful, like in a way where it's like, oh, this is not just, I'm hearing the syllabus, this is the holy grail of her story, and we need to kind of hold a space for that. And I'm seeing that you don't want to like lay this huge book down on someone who doesn't have like a lap that they love letters in when someone writes one to them. It's like, I'm seeing you like feeling perhaps that someone is more oriented, geared towards octaves of expression that are somewhat like spaced out, where it's like, I'm seeing like you, Cancer, I'm seeing someone who's very, very like, and if you got a lot of Cancer in your chart, right, there could absolutely be this propensity to feel things so deeply, and like to feel that we want to wash the world that we just created with our tears, with our tears. Like, I'm seeing it as like there are being someone also have like a feeling of like, yes, we should cry, we should play, we should dance, we should write poetry, and we should also practice it over and over and over again. I'm seeing this as like something that, let's say, you enjoy the process of, like emotional revelation and whatnot. And I'm seeing that if you're dealing with an air sign, there's a lot of air energy here. The Daughter of Swords, Six of Swords, the Mother of Swords, the Ace of Swords, Nine of Swords as well. It's like this person might be, and they might have a lot of Libra in their chart as well. You got the Son of Swords as well. The Justice card is mirroring here the Daughter of Swords. It's like they might like kind of like hold a hula hoop up for you to like dive into in an imaginative way, but when they actually like offer you solutions, they're not ones that have told the kind of story that you were reminded of when you watched the Titanic with your sister, whatever that may mean for you. Like, I'm seeing this person as like, again, if you're dealing with someone with a lot of air in the chart, Aquarius, Gemini, I'm hearing Virgo as well, they might kind of seem also somewhat judgmental. This is perhaps for a number of you. I'm seeing this as not for everyone. I'm seeing this as something that sometimes I'm hearing they tell stories that surprise the audience in ways that make them wonder why they told the story. Like, kind of feeling like there's a bit of like even like an aloof nature perhaps to the way this individual speaks out about certain topics. It can be your own energy as well, Cancer, right? And we've all got every archetype in our chart, but there's a focus on how we hold a certain conversation. I'm hearing specifically, and I'm hearing specifically, it's like, how do they hold the halter top up in the mirror when they're not walking in front of me? Very interesting. I'm seeing it as like you being very like wanting to know about how someone actually like works, thinks. I'm hearing also like wishes. I'm hearing as well, like in the room that you're waiting to meet them in. Like, I'm seeing it as like there being somewhat of a whack-a-mole moment as well, in terms of like when I catch them next, I'm gonna like have that conversation with them, and I'm gonna like propose this idea to them, and I'm gonna perhaps even present a certain path that we can move along. And I'm hearing proposal. It's like there could be a focus on what you kind of want to also very directly address. Thank you so much, Cancer, for tuning in. Loving the lights here. Enjoy this period. And if you're watching specifically for matters related to love, art, partnership, harmony, beauty, finances even, you may want to check out your Venus sign. You may find there's further insights there for you into your situation. And I'm hearing there's a big talk in town and a few shelves that are going to be stocked to start the games here. I'm seeing specifically with the Daughter of Swords, it's like almost like I'm seeing like a publishing event, and there could be a lot of, I'm hearing news anchors, news stations that are somewhat interested in the vitality of this vision that is now being verbalized. And for a number of this can be happening related to matters that are professional, that are also though staged. And I'm seeing for a number of you, this is happening on like even like a political level, where it's like, I'm going to be going public with this. Again, it could be like in a company or in a family, I'm hearing as well. But you, as I'm hearing it, you don't want to like dive in like a diva into this discussion in ways that make people think that you're not actually cherry picking when the season is right, whatever that may mean for you, where it's like she's like talking about I'm hearing disco balls that spun like years back, whatever that mean in particular. Like, I'm seeing you perhaps wanting to also be really authentic in what you're feeling. And I'm hearing clairvoyance. It's like, I want to tell you that I've been talking to you in your dreams. I'm hearing that as well for a number of you. I want to tell you that there's been somewhat of a space that has been emotionalized here. And I'm seeing you yet again, I'm hearing Virgo, Taurus strongly here. I'm seeing you as wanting to have somewhat of a conversation that is clarifying the character that you see yourself upholding as well. Thank you so much for tuning in, Cancer. Loving the light here. Thank you all so much for your dear support, and I'll see you soon. Bye, Cancer.